So this video is going to be kind of different, and I want to take on a different approach, I guess, in how I do these videos. Kind of the intro thing to the side. Um, anyway, I didn't even know how I wanted to start this video or what I wanted to say. I had like a cluster amount of thoughts, but my big thing is I hope this video helps somebody, and I just want to start doing videos kind of like this, but it's still added in other videos as well. And hopefully it does what it needs to do and helps somebody. It's weird because I started a new position last week, and it brought this subject at hand in mind of insecurities, and how even as a grown man, and even as a child, and as a teenager, and as a young adult, and then into my adult years, I still always dealt with insecurities. And I think for me, and I don't know for other people, I think for me, it goes back to being in poverty and not feeling like you were good enough, and not feeling like you could be able to do enough, or anything that you did was good enough, and always having that inside voice of doubt. Because for me, I was told that I was loved, but I never felt like I was special. I never was confidence in feeling like what you've done, like if you've done something big or you feel like you accomplished a goal. I never really was given that pat on the back. And I think that just attributed itself to growing up in an environment where you're feeling deprived, because my mother was a drug addict, so she really couldn't be that voice of peace, or that voice of confidence, or that voice of instillment to help me go along. So elementary, junior high, high school, it was tough, especially being poor and having to have hand-me-downs, and always having feel like you got to keep up with everybody else, and that kind of thing, keeping up with the trends and keeping up with the latest shoes, the latest clothes, but knowing truly all well, and that you don't have those things, so you can't afford those things. Your daily thing is to survive, and so I had people say negative things to me, and those things stuck with me, and then I was able to break out of those things as I got into an adult, and even later on. I think the thing that helped me to break the barriers of insecurities, of self-doubt, or not feeling worthy, was starting to believe in myself. Therapy definitely helped me, and hooking up with the right people. I think keeping the right circle of people around me, that see me for who I am, and eliminating the people that I didn't need in my life. I started telling people my list is longer of the folks that I don't deal with versus the short list of the people that I do deal with. Surrounding myself with positive people, and I think even self-talk started to help too. Like I said, dealing with this new job, I had all these worries and fears, and even though I've made it to a certain point in my career, I got promoted to a new department, and now I'm a tech 3, and I still was feeling doubtful, like my skills were inadequate, like I couldn't do it. And then I had to talk myself out of it. I was like, they had to see something in me for a reason for them to want me for this position, and I had to start talking myself up. So, and insecurities can come in all kinds of ways, through words that people say, through their own self-doubt, or not feeling good enough, or people not telling you enough, or not showing you enough love. I just wanted people to know that I believe in you. I don't care who you are, how old you are, young, teenagers, adults, that anything is possible, whatever you set your mind to. And I know it sounds cliche, but there is some truth in that phrase. And I just wanted to be able to open up and tell people about my own insecurities. And I've learned to get past that. I've learned to start to look at myself like I'm worthy. Everything that I've accomplished, I deserve. This channel, my job, my wife, my son, and my house and cars, and everything that I've been able to do in my life, places I've been able to go, things I've been able to, places I've been able to go, things I've been able to do, travel, friends and family. You know, even dancing was an insecurity of mine, just because of one time being told that I couldn't dance. So from 7 years old all the way into my 30s, I carried that with me and never felt good enough until one day I just said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And I did. And I think breaking the barriers of insecurity is almost being fearless and just saying, I'm going to step out and see what happens. When I look in the mirror, I see somebody that I love, and that's the big thing too, is that you gotta love yourself. If you don't love yourself, then you're not gonna make room for others. And then all the other things will seep in: insecurity, depression, anger. And I think that's why people don't venture out and meet new people and allow new loves to come into their life, new people, new friends, new job opportunities. Fear, failure, and doubt is always sitting there. So anyway, just wanted to say those things and tell you how I dealt with insecurities and how I continue to deal with insecurities. But I had to say I'm like at an 80 to 90% better self-worth about who I am as a person, how I feel about myself. Other than that, tell me how your life is. I'm Life Spiller, and I'm out.